In this tutorial, we're going to look at categories inside WordPress. Categories are a great way to help other people find your blog post. You can assign categories to each of your blog posts that mentions or that indicates what that blog post is about. So for example, I'm going to go into a blog post that hasn't been published yet. It's in editing mode. On the right-hand side, you see a list of categories. Now, if you've set up categories, you'll see this list. If you have not set up categories, I believe the only thing you'll see here is a category called Uncategorized. One of the things you want to do right after installing WordPress is to make sure you go in and put in at least a few categories that you know that you will be writing about. And then as you write posts that pertain to those categories, you assign the appropriate category or categories to that post. Let's take a look at how this list was created. Again, over in our left-hand side where we have the menu, WordPress menu, underneath posts there is an option for categories. So when I first started this blog, I went in here and set up the few categories I knew that I'd be writing about. Since then, I've added a number of other categories as I've became more aware of what I would be writing about as the blog progressed. But if I want to do a new category, say we're going to do a category called WordPress. I would type that in. Don't worry about the slug field. It will default to creating its own slug field. If you want to nest your categories, so if you have a main category and then subcategories, you could set that up by assigning this new category to a parent category if you want to go into that kind of detail. And I'm going to leave off description for now and just click Add New Category. Now on this side over here, we see the list of all the categories that we have added. If we scroll down, there's our WordPress category that we just added. One of the nice things here inside this categories page is that it also shows you how many posts you have for categories. So if you do some kind of marketing calendar where you're putting out by month or several months of what you'll be writing about each week or each month, and you notice that one of your categories don't have as near many entries as some others, you might want to spend a month or a period of time writing about that specific categories to up this number over here. All right, so we have set up a WordPress category. To actually see this, let's go back into our posts. Now I'm going to go into a post that's already there. Once I change a category, I can go into older posts that were done before I updated categories. But that most recent change in the categories will still show up over here in the category list. So if I scroll down here to the bottom, I see the one category called WordPress that we just added. So if this post had something to do with WordPress, I would just simply click on that to turn it on. And then I'd make sure I either save draft if it hasn't been published yet, which this one hasn't, or if it had already been published, I would click on, I think I'd probably say update here. That's how you do categories. Also be aware, I set up I just showed you how to do categories by going over on the left-hand side and selecting categories underneath post. If you're in a post already and you realize, oh, I don't have a category that I want to put with this post, you can always do Add New Category here and just do it from the post page as well. Okay, don't have quite as many fields available when you do it from the post page, but you still get the same results. Again, so that's how you do categories inside WordPress. I strongly encourage you to use categories because it will certainly help in search engine results for the people to find your blog that are searching for articles or information about a particular category.